everybody, and specifically a hello to Maureen, who asked me for this video. Yeah, thanks a bunch, Maureen. This was a swine to learn. It kept me up all night, but I'm glad because I never would have done this. So challenges do stretch me, so thank you, sort of. I am going to use 18 SWG. These are 3.45 millimeters. The closest one I could find in the Imperial was 964, that's inches. Basically, what you want is an AR of around that. These are 2.94. I've done it in anything above that, but it starts to get loose. Down as low as 2.8, I believe you can do it. So whatever ring you've got that's got an AR of around this will work, okay? So that's your rings. Got a load of them open, ready to go. So to start him off, what you want to do, I'll tell you what, I'll use some rings that I haven't pre-opened because these ones are quite scruffy because I've been practicing with them. So that's fine. So you'll have to excuse any dinks in my rings. So to start off, what I want you to do is make a chain, and let's just make sure my glasses aren't in the way. Make a chain of 5. That's 2. There's 3. 4. Oops, 4. We're actually going to be doing 6, but the 6th one joins it into a ring, okay? So do your 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then with your 6th one, you're going to join it into a circle and be careful not to twist. So put your 6th one in there. Make sure they're lying like that. And then you can see that this one under my thumbnail wants to fold over onto the open ring. And then close it. And when you put it down, there we are. You want that. Right, so if we look at this now, we can see 6 eyes where we want to put rings. So you need to put 1 ring in each of the areas marked with a cross. I'm still going to show you on camera what I do to do that, but I just wanted to show you in advance because it's a little bit confusing. We're aiming for, see the eyes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you pick it up and you put one in, if you put it back down, it starts to look a bit like spaghetti. Don't know what's going on. So what I do is I actually put a couple in without closing them. So I'm not letting go of that formation. I'm putting a couple in just to stabilize it first. So I'm going to put my thumb on him and pick him up. So we still got that formation. And pick 2 eyes. So let's go 1 through that one. Yeah. And I'm not going to bother doing that ring up because I don't want to lose the formation. So I'm going to also put a ring in that one. Yeah. And then if you can, twist around to get the next one. And then we'll do them up then because that should be enough. So that wants to go into that eye. Oops. There. Okay, so I'm going to tighten them up now. 1. 2. 3. So we need another 3. So we can see, if we put it down, let me put it in the formation where the one's at the top. Right, so that one's got through that one's got through that eye. And that one is the one that goes through that eye. So we want one in there, one in there. Okay, so put those 3 in next. So there they are, one in there. Actually, we can probably just do one at a time now. One in there. Yeah, that's quite easy to hold now. So there's one down in there, look. You've only got to do this bit once, okay? So, and practice. I couldn't do this yesterday. So we just want one more. Where are we missing one? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over there, we're missing one, look. Gosh, fiddle faddle. There he is. You can see why I showed you the picture first. There you go. Done. Whew. 1 unit of Hoodoo Hex. That's the worst bit over, right? If you can get that, then you're good to go. I was trying to keep in the same formation from this point on. So, to do my next unit, I want this to sit in the following layout. There. So these 2 rings are facing inwards to each other like that. Okay, because that's where we want to work from now. So this is the layout we're going to keep going on. Here's a nice little picture to show you what it should look like so far. Your little unit of Hoodoo Hex. Right, so to stop us getting confused now further on down the line, we're trying to remember to keep this the same way. So the top part, let's say that these 2 rings here are facing outwards like that, right? And then these ones are facing inwards. So outwards at the top, inwards at the bottom. It's just if we drop it and it flips the wrong way, we know how to get back to where we were, okay? We could actually put a little thing through there, couldn't we? Let me find a cable tie. That's a good idea. Wait there. Ha ha! Genius. Right, so now it doesn't matter, right? If I drop it, I know to get my cable tie, put it down. There we are. And those are sitting like that at the top. If I was to accidentally turn it the wrong way round, I would know that they're sitting inwards, which is not what I want, look. So I know that I want them that way. Oh, genius. It just came to me then. Right, so the bottom ones are the ones that now sit like that. Inward facing, let's call them, right? Cool. So we work that way. And to be honest, now we've got that bit done. That's the worst bit. Now we can just do like how I like to find patterns. To do the next piece, we do the pattern of 2, 2, 1, 2. And that is what we repeat over and over again. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Have a banana. Right, so 2, 2, 1, 2. So the first 2, one's going to go into that one. And one's going to go into that one. Right, nice and easy. So let's chuck them in. 1. And 2. Oh, God, adding that cable tie makes it so much easier. We're facing, okay. So we've got our 2 in there. The next 2 are also going to go in there. They're going to go through the eyes. So if I turn him round and hold him like that, that's all we've got, the 2 we've just added. We're going to want 1 to go in through that eye. And we're going to want 1 to go in through that eye. Yeah? So what I'll do, 1 in through that eye, like that. And one in through that eye, like that. And then we'll do them up. Obviously you can do them singly, but this is all just for me, keeping the pattern clear in my mind. Do those two up. Make sure we're putting him down with those two at the top outward facing. And then what we've got is this funky little shape going on at the bottom. These two little swirls. Okay, that's all you need. Oh, why am I working all the way up there? There you go. So that's our 2, then 2. So the next one is the 1. Okay, so the 1 is now going to go through the 2 we just placed. Okay, so pick him up through the 2 we just placed. Yeah. So that's our 2, 2, 1. And then we just got 2 more to add. And then back to the beginning of the pattern. So the last 2 are going to go through. There's an eye in there. And there's an eye in there. So through there and through there. See those 2 eyes there? Get that through and that's your second unit done. And then it's just repeat. So when we pick him up and turn him that way, there's the one that we just placed. So you can see there's an eye there and there's an eye there. Right, so we're going to want to go in through that ring and in through that one to get that eye. And then in through that one. Oopsie. Hang on, let me just move him a little bit to make some room. And through there. Ah, there we are, sorry, bit of a fiddly-faddly. So we've got one going through that eye and through that eye. If I do them up and then show you again where that ring has gone. Sorry, those rings have gone. So there we are, look. There was the single ring. Then that ring has gone through into that eye, and that ring has gone through into that eye. And that's it. I know I say that's it like it's easy. Practice a couple of times and you'll get it. And then you're back to having those 2 rings there, which are inward facing. And that's how you do it. That's Hoodoo Hex. So all you need is your pattern again now. We got 2, 2, 1, 2. We're going to do the 2, 2, 1, 2. So we begin again. So 1 goes into that one, and 1 goes into that one. One. Oh, make sure I'm putting in the right one. Yeah. 2. So there's our 2. So the next 2, we're going to grab it and we're going to make it sit like that. And we're looking for those eyes. So 1 through that eye. And 1 through that eye. Yeah, let him go gently. Try not to wiggle him too much so that ring doesn't fall out. put him down just to make sure they're falling right. Making sure outward facing at the top. This gives us our funky swirl. I had to move my work down a bit then. I don't know why I want to work up there for some reason. Up there's I'm drawn to. Okay, so when we look at our funky swirl, or funky swirls, we've got these two rings. This one here seems to swirl into that one there. And then this one comes round and swirls into that one there. Okay, and it is those two. So that one there. And that one there, the ones that are sitting lower, that we want to now grab with a single ring, because we're doing our pattern, we've done 2, 2, now we've got 1 and then 2, right? So we're going to grab this one ring and we're going to go through those 2. So when you hold it like that, they'll be the ones that are facing, that are sitting the furthest out. Grab those. That. There you go. And then we just need our last 2 to do our third unit. So 1, 2. And it's going in through the eye between the single ring and the one on the, I was going to say left, but I'm trying not to use left and right because obviously I do my videos left and right-handed. So that ring and that one, eye, and then that ring and that one, eye, and then we're done. So we'll put a thumb on him, we'll turn him round, we'll look at that again from this angle. Let me show you first. So we want that eye, and we want that eye. Okay. And then I want you to go away and practice, like I'm going to practice. 1 through there, 1 through there. And 1 through there. And 1 through there. So that sounded like I put 4 rings in, didn't I? So 1 ring through the eye of between those 2. And the same on the other side. 1. 2. And we've now done 3 units. And there it is. And we're back to having our little inward facing rings at the bottom ready to go again. So that's it. Hoodoo Hex. Now you're just going to want 2, 2, 1, 2, and go for your next one until you can't stand it anymore. Good luck.